Hello, truth seekers, welcome to Krouzzlife TV, your #1 YouTube channel that provides you with facts, with zero to very minimal errors. Truth seekers, this is a list of fashion-related words that differentiate the fashion talk of the common man from the fashion elite. You can call it the fashion jargon tossed around by the designers and editors who decide the course of fashion. The fashion connoisseurs use them as part of their everyday conversation. Some of these words are common terms, but some were unfamiliar to me, even technical. If you haven't seen the first and second parts, check out the first video in the link below now before seeing the second part. 118. Haberdashery. Sewing notions like buttons, zippers, etc. also refers to a men's clothing shop. 119. High stepper. A colloquial term for a person who is very aware or conscious of fashion and how she looks. 120. Hand of a fabric. The feel of the fabric. 121. High fashion. The designing, making, and marketing of expensive, fashionable exclusive clothes, as opposed to mass-market clothing, haute couture. 122. Hippie style. An unusual, to Western style, bohemian fashion style characterized by long hair, jeans, bell-bottom pants, peasant blouses, tie and dye fabric, long full skirts, etc. 123. Hosiery. Tight-fitting knitted garments that are worn on the leg and feet. It is usually made of highly stretchable fabrics like spandex. 124. Hourglass figure. A female body shape with a narrow waist and proportionately bigger hips and bust, considered to be the ideal shape for women, e.g. the hourglass figure of Marilyn Monroe. 125. House. In the fashion world, a fashion house is a name used for a company dealing in fashion. 126. Hot number. A style that sells very fast at that time. 127. Imitation. A fake or copy, usually used for describing fur and jewelry. 128. Iridescent colors. Imitating the colors of the rainbow. 129. Impact colors. A color used in a fashion design for an impact. 130. Jewel tones. Deep colors. 131. Kawaii. Kawaii is a cute fashion trend that originated in Japan. It follows the definite meaning of kawaii, a Japanese artistic and cultural style that emphasizes the quality of cuteness, using bright colors and characters with a childlike appearance. 132. Kitsch. In fashion refers to low-quality style, garish style. 133. Knockoff. A design that is a copy of a more expensive clothing. 134. Lagenlook style, layered style. This is a style in which different garments are layered over each other, in different lengths. 135. Limited edition clothing. Also termed special edition, this is a special designer collection made in limited numbers. 136. Line. A collection of styles shown to a producer in a given season. 137. Line sheet. A reference guide used by people connected with fashion detailing garment styles, price, color, fabric details, etc. related to a line. 138. Lookbook. A book with all the photographs of a model, photographer, stylist, or images representing the full clothing line of a designer. It is meant as a catalogue for marketing to be presented to the buyers. 139. Long line clothing. Clothing meant for tall people. 140. Loungewear. Garments are worn around the house. 141. Made-to-measure garments. This refers to the use of pre-existing template patterns and then making the garments out of them after adjusting to the measurements of the customer. 142. Marine style. A style that looks like the clothing of sailors. 143. Mass-produced fashion. Styles, fashion that is widely accepted and hence made in large quantities. 144. Masculine style. This refers to women's clothing made to look like men's, also called mannish. 145. Mélange. A fashion is a mixture of styles, elements, or trends. 146. Minimalist. A simple understated look, a fashion consisting of simple styles and plain colors. 147. Monotone clothing. Clothes of a single color. 148. Mood board. A physical or digital collage of design ideas is used by fashion designers to consolidate their collections or get ideas. We'll have details of an idea, drawings or photos, fabric swatches, etc. 149. Motif. A design used in a pattern, print, embroidery, etc., usually found recurring. 150. Muslin. This is a trial garment made to test a pattern. It is originally made in the fabric muslin cotton. 151. Neutral colors. Neutral means without color. In fashion, classic colors like black, white, gray, brown, and beige, and sometimes blue are called neutral colors. Read more on neutral colors here. 152. Off the rack. Another name for ready-to-wear mass-produced clothing in standard sizes that are made in a large number and are readily available in retail stores. 153. Ombre. This refers to the style in which color graduates from light to dark. 154. Oversize. Garments that are of a much looser fit. 155. Passé. Refers to anything that is no longer fashionable, out-of-date fashion. This is deemed an insult in fashionable circles. 156. Pananaro. An Italian term that refers to a lifestyle that is luxurious and is hungry for very expensive designer garments. Those who follow this lifestyle will always be perfectly dressed in the latest fashion trends. It is considered today as a symbol of excess and superficiality. 157. Panache. The style which represents flamboyance or confidence. 158. Pantone colors. Pantone colors refer to a color reference system developed by the company Pantone Inc. that standardizes the colors in the CMYK process. The Pantone colors correspond exactly to the inks and dyes used to color the fabric by various industries, basically for printing purposes and the manufacture of colored fabric. 159. Pattern. A template is used as a guide to making a garment. 160. Pret-a-porter. Refers to ready-to-wear clothes by designers. Read more on pret-a-porter in detail here. 161. Peekaboo style. Refers to adding cut-out details or sheer elements in garments which reveals parts of the body. 162. Peasant style. A style which is reminiscent of the country women folk with embroidered blouses and long skirts. 163. Placement prints. This refers to fabric patterns with a print that consists of a large motif or design which is a standout design and which is strategically placed on the garment, which makes it a highlight. 164. Postmodern fashion. In this trend, decoration is given more importance than function. Jean-François Lyotard first explained this phenomenon. Vivienne Westwood, Alexander McQueen, etc. were proponents of this style, which had a lot of theatrical style to it. 165. Power dressing. This refers to a style of dressing that emphasizes one's power. The word was coined in the 1970s and it meant a smartly tailored dressing meant to impress. Now represents clothes that men and women wear to workplaces and meetings to make them look powerful. 165. Preppy style. A collegiate look. For boys, polo shirts, chinos, and navy blazers. 167. Prespring collection. This refers to high-end collections of fashion designers marketed to upscale stores for customers expecting to spend the post-holiday season in warm weather climates. 168. Print on print. Colorful and vibrant clothing with lots of different prints mixed in. 169. Punk style. This is a style that epitomizes the punk subculture with its roots in music and emerged into prominence in the Western world during the mid-1970s. Distressed jeans, metal studs, chains, body piercing, and leather jackets all are characteristics of this style. 170. Resort wear, cruise wear. This is a line of clothing meant as a holiday or travel collection. It is meant for a relaxed living for the affluent people. Clothes meant for the poolside life. Also, refer pre-spring collection. 171. Ready-to-wear or RTW. This is the term for factory-made clothing in standardized sizes. 172. Retro. Style imitative of or derived from the trends of the recent past. 173. Retrofuturism. Influence of future as predicted in an earlier era, i.e. past's vision of the future. 174. Reversible clothing. Garments can be reversed and used from both sides. The seam allowances etc. will be hidden with clever construction methods. 175. Rockabilly fashion. The fashion following the dressing style of music icon Elvis Presley. Characteristics are tight jeans or black pants, drainpipe pants, brothel creeper shoes, motorcycle jackets. 176. Safari style. The kind of clothing resembles clothes worn during hunting. 177. Sample. A garment made to be shown to the retailers, merchandisers. 178. Silhouette. Outline or shape of a design or garment. 179. Seamstress. A person who sews. 180. Selvage. The finished edge of the fabric, on opposite sides of the lengthwise fabric. 181. Sanforized clothing. A shrink control process is used on fabric. 182. Sleek style. The style gives a slender, slim, streamlined look. 183. Slip-on clothes. The type of clothes which are worn without any fastenings, just slip on through the head. 184. Slim fit. Clothing is made to fit close to the body. 185. Sloper. This is a type of basic pattern that is used as the building block for all other pattern making without any ease or design elements. Craftsy.com. Learn more about making a sloper here. 186. Slogan. This refers to the wordings printed or worked across the bodice of a garment. E.g. slogans on the chest of a t-shirt. 187. Sportswear. A casual style of clothing meant for a relaxed look but can be used in a casual business setting too. American style dressing. 188. Statement jewelry. Bold and attention-grabbing jewelry meant to grab all eyeballs. E.g. statement necklace. 189. Streetwear. There are basically clothes meant for the streets, skater-friendly garments. It is a broad, difficult to define fashion and may mean simply urban fashion. More on streetwear fashion here. 190. Stonewashed fabric. A fabric faded through a specific process. 191. Stylist, fashion. A person who dresses clients in styles that he curates. It could be for editorial purposes, for celebrities, for branding purposes in marketing. 121. Surfer look. A carefree dressing style sported by surfers on beaches. 122. Sartorial. Anything related to tailoring, clothes, fashion, or style of dress. Of or about tailors and their trade. www.dictionary.com. It is also used about the quality of a dress. 123. Separates. Clothes that are bought separately and cover only part of the body but can be mixed and matched to create combinations. E.g., pants and shirts. 124. Supportive clothing. This refers to clothing that gives support, e.g., muscular support for sports, support for the bust, support for legs with ailments like a varicose vein. 125. Style. Fashion is what you're offered 4 times a year by designers. And style is what you choose. Lauren Hutton. 126. Style surfing. This refers to shifting from the clothing style of one subculture to another, sometimes combining and transforming styles. 127. Sweats. Cotton jersey sportswear. 128. Tailoring. Making of made-to-measure, custom-made garments. 129. Throwback fashion. Fashion belonging to the past. 130. Theme. This refers to a concept behind a collection of clothes designed by fashion designers. Usually, they have a message or an attitude. 131. Theme board, mood board. A board with fashion drawings, sketches, swatches are used to create a mood about a product. 132. Toile. This is a piece of clothing made by a fashion designer or a seamstress for testing purposes. It can be made to test a pattern or a design, to see how the garment will look and drape and whether it needs any alterations or additions. It is usually made in a cheap fabric. 133. Tone on tone. General term for color combinations with shades of the same color. 134. Trend. A general direction in which something is developing or changing. Oxford Dictionary. 135. Trendy. An adjective used to describe someone fashionable. 136. Trunk show. Display of a designer's collection in a store. 137. Twin prints. 2 prints that share the same color combination in one garment. 138. Unisex style. Clothing suitable for both female and male gender. Also called androgynous style. 139. Upcycled clothing. This is the creative reuse of old clothes by changing certain design elements. 140. Utilitarian clothing. Functional clothing rather than decorative. Clothes that serve a practical purpose. Usually points to work clothes. They are practical and functional rather than decorative, e.g., a raincoat protecting from rain. 141. Vintage. Clothing inspired from a previous era. Fashion, things belonging to the time 20 years or older can be considered to be vintage. If you want to study more in depth about vintage fashion, you may want to read these reference books on vintage costume designing. 142. Wasp waist. Exaggeratedly narrow waist making the hips and bust look bigger in comparison, usually achieved by using corsets. This was the popular way of dressing in 19th century England. 143. Warm colors red, yellow, and orange and in between colors in the color wheel. 144. Weft. In the fabric, fibers run the width of the fabric. 145. X-ray fabric. The sheer fabric is used to make clothes. 146. 70s style. Style of clothing characterized by wide-legged trousers, slouchy silhouettes, big prints. Truth seekers, subscribe for more content like this weekly, and don't forget to turn on the notification for daily fact video.